everyone. I'm Chef Dave. I sound like I have a frog in my throat, but it doesn't hurt, I promise. And I'm here for all of your culinary needs. And I have a new book coming out in October that I have to pitch selfishly. So there you go.
Hi, everybody. I'm Robert Davis. I have a son who's next to me right here. I'm a bariatric surgeon as well as any.
Garth Davis, and I have a father sitting next to me. And we had a little TV show some of you may have seen. And we run a very big weight management practice in Houston, appropriately called the Davis Clinic. And we do medical and surgical and psychological, exercise, and just about everything you could possibly want to know about. So happy to answer your questions.
Hi, I'm Connie Stapleton. I'm a psychologist and I work with pre and post-surgical patients. And I like the, father-son thing, so we might just have to leave and have a little family session outside, but you'll know where to find us. But I'm here to talk to you about psychology underneath the weight stuff and prevention of weight regain.
Okay. I'm trying to get her to plug her book.
Oh, you both.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess that's a default thing. I'm Yvonne McCarthy, also known as Bariatric Girl. I am almost 10 years post-op, and I am a health and wellness coach, and got a lot of street cred because I've been hanging out with you guys for a really long time. And make sure and come and see me tomorrow after lunch. I'm gonna plug my session.
Hi, my name is Terri Black, and I'm an OH group leader. I'm from Canton, Ohio. I'm 3 years post-op. And what my job is here is to tell everybody what it's like to be a group leader and to let you know what I do as far as supporting all these wonderful members. So everybody, welcome.
All the way back. Oh, we missed her.
Hi, my name is Annessa Chumbley, and I'm a registered dietitian. I've been working in bariatrics for several years now, and work with pre, post-op, and even adolescents. I was inspired to start my own business in bariatrics a few years ago called Flourish, and I will be doing a talk tomorrow, a virtual grocery tour, and doing some interactive things. And any questions nutrition-wise that you have, I would love to answer, but I'd also like to hear you guys talk because I want to know what kind of issues are going on.
Here he comes.
I feel Donahue.
Hi, I'm Mimi. My question is, a lot of people immediately post up, myself, I'm 1 month, 1 day out. Try to aim for like 60 grams of protein per day. And now I've been hearing that the doctors are going for shooting for 80 grams of protein per day. But I thought there was like a formula of how much everyone needs based on their weight per day. So I'd like to know what your take on that is to the doctors, I guess, or the dietitian.
I think we should probably both answer, and I think we're both going to answer something different. I'm going to answer something completely different than you're hearing from any of the doctors, okay? And you're going to hear a lot about it in my talk tomorrow, but in my opinion, we completely and utterly overemphasize protein, not just in the bariatric culture, but in our society as a whole. If you look at our Western society, we eat more protein than any other society in the world. We're also the most unhealthy society in the world. We've got the lowest life expectancy in the world. I'm not saying that's completely because of our protein consumption, but there's definitely been studies that showing animal, and most of when we say protein, we always turn to animal for protein. And most of the studies have been very conclusive that the more animal you eat, the more cardiac disease you have, and the more chance of being overweight. And if you look to parts of the world that we'll call, and you'll hear about this tomorrow in detail, blue zones, areas of the world where people thrive, where people live long, healthy lives, where they don't have diseases, they don't eat meat. And so with my patients, I typically say, the formulas you're looking at are the 0.8 milligrams per kilogram. And so we kind of estimate that people weigh about 100 kilograms, and so we say about 80 grams. With my patients, I usually shoot for 60, because you do have to have the base blocks of protein in order to build muscle. But you also have to understand that our bodies there's no protein store in our body. So if you go and buy these shakes that have 40 grams of protein, and you're doing a little bit of walking, you can't store protein. So if you do excess protein, two things are going to happen. You're either going to have expensive urine, or you're going to turn that protein into fat. And so taking excess protein to me is not a good idea. And in fact, when you look at my patients, I never see protein deficiencies in my patients. And I am a big time stressor of a vegetarian or near vegetarian diet with my patients. So.
Don't you get a lot of carbs with the vegetarian?
There's
protein?
absolutely nothing wrong with carbs. The carbs that you get with a vegetarian are extremely good for you. First of all, most of those carbs are fiber. They slow your sugar absorption so that you won't get rapid switches in sugar. They will keep you full, plus they provide the amazing amount of phytonutrients and things that we need. I can't believe the vitamin deficiencies I see in people. The vitamin D is unreal, and you don't see that in societies that eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. You just don't see it. In fact, the funny thing is, the paradoxical studies are, the more dairy a society eats, the more vitamin D deficiency they have. So that's to me the problem when we say, and I'm going to talk about, I feel like now I'm doing my talk all of a sudden. Should I just get it out in my talk? The problem is that we're so convinced that we know what we're doing with diet. It's like we think it's common sense to say protein, and I'll tell you why doctors don't know what they're talking about. But they'll tell you to eat protein, and yet every study that's ever been done on it, there's a great study called the China study, where protein leads to cancer. Is the basic fact. So I can't say enough about fruits or vegetables. They're made that for a reason. You guys are going to hear me talk about it tomorrow, but I'd be interested to hear what you said.
Yeah, no. We have a really good discussion. Yeah, that was totally correct that in the normal recommendation is 0.8 grams per kilogram body weight. So take your body weight, divide by 2.2, and then times 0.8. And that's the technical amount of protein that you need. One of the reasons why we say 60 to 80 is because specifically with rapid weight loss, we don't want you in an adequate amount of protein every day. Now, I would think that in my patients before surgery, the people in the outside world that don't know us well tend to think that those of us that are overweight or obese eat all day long, right? And typically that's not true. A lot of my patients are undertaking calories, they're undertaking protein, they're not getting in all the nutrients they need. They skip breakfast, skip lunch, eat a big dinner. And I'll keep in mind too that protein sources don't just come from animals. They do come from beans, dairy, even some vegetables, lots of different things. I would be interested to keep, even though we don't have to, but the kind of carbs, when we say carbohydrate, our minds typically go to what?
White flour
Bread.
sugar.
There are so many other better sources of carbohydrate, such as lots that are in vegetables, fruit, and some dairy, beans, lentils. There's a whole lot of other sources we haven't tapped into. So anyways, I think that this is a really, really good discussion to have. One thing that I think that we almost mistakenly do, and Dr. would probably agree with me, is we can tend to create protein monsters, I call them. Some of my patients come to me and they're like, well, Nessa, why even add vegetables in? Why do I need to eat anything other than protein? And the big red lights go off in my head. Fruits and vegetables are packed full with phytonutrients and antioxidants that our bodies need. So it's not all a protein game, but I think as long as you stay within the recommendations given by your doctor and your center, and get your lab tests done regularly, and start to put that protein to use and build muscle, you're gonna be in a good space. I don't think that you need to it's almost like not the higher protein, the better. So there's almost no reason, some of these people that are getting in 130 and above, no reason for that. And extra protein is also going to be stored, just like anything else. So does that answer your question a little bit? We kind of hit on all sides. Okay.